He might not want me to tell you, but this man is 73 years old. He's running around like a teenager. He's been arrested. He tirelessly works for the people. I'd like you to welcome Piers Corbyn!
Take it off as well. Well, that is fantastic. Are you in good voice? Wow. And I want to tell you, I've got to speak loudly because people are overflowing beyond this edge of the square. And there's people in Hyde Park waiting for us. There's thousands waiting in Hyde Park. What this means is we've probably reached 100,000 people in London today. That is... So Boris, we're on our way to get you. Now, across the country, since I was last here, I've had 2 arrests and been to 10 local rallies. And I just want to say on rest, we, the movement, our movement, defends to the end anybody arrested or victimised under the COVID laws, including health workers. And I want to thank the valiant people of Sheffield who resisted twice to prevent me getting arrested. The 3rd time the police came in numbers on horses and I was arrested. And what they did, they imposed a bail conditions that I wasn't allowed to demonstrate at any of these events anywhere in the United Kingdom until November. However, I turned up in Cardiff 3 days later and nothing happened. And then the Crown Prosecution Service phoned my solicitor, who's up here somewhere if I can see him. I want to cheer Richard, where is he? There he is! 3 cheers for Richard Barry, my solicitor. Hooray! They phoned him up when he was on the train on the way to Sheffield to lift my bail conditions and said, don't worry, you don't need to come, we're lifting them now. There's no more conditions against Mr. Corbyn doing anything. But it wasn't that we persuaded them, they listened to our numbers. And every time they attack us, we hit back twice. That's how we're going to win. And recently a Good Morning Britain poll, you better hiss at that, this is Piers Morgan, my opposite number. They had a poll that said 70% of the population oppose a second lockdown. Yet Boris comes up with more measures. We've got new measures to stay at home till before 10 p.m, after 10 p.m, because the virus bites you harder after 10 o'clock. And also we've got a lot of road closures, have you noticed them? Because the virus obeys one-way streets. So be careful where you go, you might meet one coming the other way. And we have Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, who would not even answer a request to allow us to be here. But Sadiq, we are here! Now what he wanted for London, he wants a full lockdown, even though the illness rate in London is half that on the aeroplanes which are allowed to go to and from other countries, where the risk rate is 20, and in Westminster it's only 11. So he's really trying to close down the whole business of London. It makes no sense. And I think the key thing we got to say to the people of Britain is there's no justification in any terms for the lockdowns and the COVID rules. They are a complete hoax. We know that lockdowns do not work. They did better in Sweden without a lockdown. We know that masking is mad. It's like asking a fly to not fly through a fence. It's stupid. And we know that distancing is daft. You didn't know I could make things rhyme, did you? Distancing is daft because actually you need to get close to people and hug them and all that to improve your immune system and feel happy. So I'm going to ask you now, and I've got to do it under COVID rules. You've got to do this only within your family group that's here. But you've got to hug against the COVID con now in your family group. Do it now. I see a lot of hugging going on, yes, yes. Yes, I've got another member of my family and social group here, so that's what you have to do. Your family and social group. Okay. Are you feeling happier now? Well, there you are. It's proof it works, right? And when it comes to tracking, another one of their measures, the only purpose of tracking is to up the numbers in the false positive nonsense tests. So do not track under any circumstances whatsoever. The whole thing is a psychological operation set up, monitored by the Behavioural Insight team, and I would say the anti-COVID measures are not to control COVID, they are to control you! Now, we're often asked, is there actually a deadly virus? And if there isn't, how are people getting ill and dying? Well, one, they make up the numbers and they tell us lies. So my answer to that one is, take down the BBC! Take down the BBC! Take down the BBC! Take down the BBC! It's a non-stop quote, isn't it? Well, we are going to visit the BBC on the way to Hyde Park after this. I don't think there's enough space there, but anyway, that's the general idea. Right, the other thing is, what people are getting ill of, there can be a flu. There has been a flu around, which, you know, people get. And the another thing is increased Wi-Fi and 5G and 4G. It's a proven fact, and this is World 5G Awareness Day today, by the way. There's a proven fact that 5G and 4G and 3G does lower your immune systems. So when they turn it up, you will get ill, or some of you will. And that will be used to increase the so-called COVID numbers. So we say, take down 5G! 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 Take down 5G!